Hi there, this is Karen, and I guess now I was studying interior painting. So here I am at a house. I'm going to start painting the ceilings in this bedroom, and I'll do the walls, and I have a lot of other rooms that I'm going to do, but I'm just going to quick do a kind of tutorial here on how you're going to paint ceilings. So the first step is to cover your floors. Got to cover everything on the floor, and I am actually lucky that they haven't moved into this house because that makes it so much nicer here to be able to paint. There's no furniture in here, but I did cover all the flooring here because we're doing the ceiling, so there's lots of drips that can come off of the ceiling, so you want to cover everything on the floor. Okay, next thing I did is I used my paint and paper tool here to cover all of the tops of the windows, doors, because there's lots of drips that can come off of there too. So those are all covered on the tops of the doors, okay? So the next thing I'm going to do here is start with cutting in on the ceiling. So the way that you do ceilings is you cut in on the edge of it. So the walls here are kind of a, I don't know if you can see them, they're kind of a mauve-y color here, and the ceiling is the exact same color. Normally ceilings are going to be white, so should be a dramatic change here in this room. Okay, I'm going to try and get my camera angled here so that I can show you exactly how I'm going to be able to cut in on this ceiling and move around here in the room. Okay, so now I have cut in here on the entire ceiling, around the entire room. You can see the brightness of the white is going to make a dramatic difference in here. So all the way around here, I've cut in. There's a little bit of a raised ceiling here, so I did cut in on the, I don't know, corner, I guess, there, so that when I'm using my roller, then I can get to that area lots easier. So I've cut in the entire room. Next is to get my roller, my extender, and start actually doing some painting. Okay, here I have my paint extender, my roller, my paint tray that's full of my ceiling paint. So I'm done with my brush right now, and you see on my paint tray that I do line that with foil, And then when I'm done, I can just wrap that up off of the paint tray and just throw it away. Sometimes it gets a little hole in it. You might have to rinse out the paint tray, but it makes the cleanup so much easier. Now I'm done with my brush right here. So what I'm going to do is take some of my foil and I'm just going to wrap it up because I don't want this brush drying out because I may be, you know, having to go around that edge again. I have other ceilings to do. So over the next few days, I can just take this right out of here. I don't have to worry about washing it again until I'm done with all the ceilings. You want to make sure that your brush doesn't dry out. Now the way that you want to do these ceilings here, let's look up here at the ceilings, you want to go both directions on the ceiling. So the first, I'm going to go this direction on the ceiling, and then I will come back the other direction on the ceiling, because you want to get all the spots on your ceiling. I'm going to get started. To the end here, painting the first coat on this ceiling. So I'm just going to finish up here on this last part. Then I'll show you what that first coat's going to look like. Then I'll run and eat lunch and then come back, and then this afternoon I'll finish up on this ceiling in this bedroom. This entire ceiling. So just show you around here. Hopefully you can see the wild difference between, say, the wall color and the ceiling, because the ceiling was that same color. And then over here in this area, it's rather a big bedroom. Has a nice patio door here out into the backyard. This is an acreage, so it is in the country, so it is very quiet out here, so it's awesome. Like I said, I'm going to run, get lunch, come back, and add the next coat. All right, here I am back. I went to eat lunch, and then I am going to get started with that second coat here on this ceiling. All right, it looks really, really, really good. So I'm going to get started with just cutting in around the walls here and probably the lights, because it was a little bit tricky getting my roller up around there. So I'll probably just use my brush and go around all the lights, ceiling fan, all that kind of stuff to get started with that second coat. So I'm done cutting in here for the second time. I've gone over and around all the lights and and the ceiling fan over here. So I'm ready to get my roller out here. So I'm going to go, instead of the lengthways like I did before, I'm going to go across. So across from side to side here. So the key to making sure that your ceiling gets completely covered is when you're rolling, you have to roll in both directions when you do your ceiling, so that way you don't miss any little spots up there and everything gets covered on your ceiling, and that way it'll look the very best. So I'm going to get started.